Hello everyone, and welcome to my Just a Thought series. This is essentially me just finding a way to be consistent in some sort of fashion on this channel. I've had so much going on, but I'm also very lazy. So, I need to get up in this algorithm and get my life together. Graduation is around the corner in December. I'm only going to have to adult more from here. So here we go. Welcome to Just a Thought. So, I don't know how we could have possibly misconstrued respectability politics as being anti-black, but they're not. That's not to say that respectability politics are always applicable and that they work in every scenario. And I gotta overly explain stuff because y'all are obtuse intentionally all the time and or lack critical thinking. So I gotta over explain stuff, but it is not anti-black to say, no, you should not be going to restaurants twerking on tables. Why do y'all not, why is it that behaving properly in public is being anti-black? Why have you misconstrued anti-blackness as not being able to act a hot mess? Because y'all got the game messed up. Having standards is not respectability politics. Behaving like a civilized human being is not respectability politics. Like, I don't understand the idea of you should just be able to behave any kind of way, anyhow you want to, in any environment. And if somebody tells you to knock it off, they're being anti-black, they're being racist. No, they're not. You're acting a mess. And it's embarrassing. Like, as a collective, it's embarrassing. Every time I see a video of black women getting kicked out of somewhere for being loud and rowdy and twerking all over the place, it's comments, no, I'm not saying they should have done that, but should they have really been kicked out? Yes. Why are y'all throwing it back into Jimmy John's? And I'm not making that up. That was on TikTok. You can find it. Like, what does that say about the collective? Like, I find it interesting that we talk about how detrimental stereotypes are to us and then fight to be able to act like a stereotype. Don't y'all see how that's a paradox? We talk about how detrimental it is to our image to be portrayed as XYZ and then act like XYZ and then get mad that we're perceived as XYZ. What? Huh? That doesn't make sense, y'all. Knock it off. Guess what? It's not illegal for places to have a dress code. Guess what? It's not illegal for places to say, hey, don't come in here making all this noise in a quiet restaurant. It's not illegal, it's not anti-black, and it's not racist. And if you think it is, that's internalized white supremacy. You know why? Because you think to be black, you gotta be loud, rowdy, and ghetto. Because if you didn't think that, you wouldn't be upset at people who behave poorly getting kicked out of places. No? And yes, that includes wearing bonnets in public. I said what I said. There are too many different types of head scarves, wraps, etc. for y'all to, with your whole chest, be arguing with me that's something you wear on your head to sleep. You should be able to wear literally anywhere, and no one should be able to say anything to you. Otherwise, it's anti-black. Have some decorum, please. I'm not even gonna pretend it's not days later because my retweet's fresh. But once again, I'm going to add a disclaimer because it is very common to struggle with critical thinking and nuance. No, I am not chastising you if you have ever worn a bonnet out in public. And yes, I understand the concept of people's perceptions of you should matter, yada, yada, yada. All I'm saying is, I think it's weird that black people are the only group of people that I'm aware of that want to argue for their right to look bad in public on a regular basis. Like, respectability politics aside, y'all don't think that concept is weird? It just doesn't, the math doesn't math. It just doesn't, y'all. But hey, argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. Because it's just a thought.